Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel, and Merry Christmas, because this will probably be uploaded on Christmas Sunday. So yeah, we are in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've ended up getting it back working again, and it's big planes at Saba, and we're going to be trying to take them off here. So now this is the PC6, and I think this will take off relatively easy. And we're already at takeoff speed, so we're just going to pull up there. But that takes off pretty easy. I was going to do a different video, but I can't really go on the F1 game because my legs are a bit ill, and it was going to be a really good video actually, but unfortunately we're just stuck with this. So now let's try and take off some bigger planes on this small runway. So now we are in the CJ4. This might be a bit tight, but I feel like we can still take off. So now approaching takeoff speed using all the runway, and just like at Luca we end up taking off in time, so that was pretty good. But we're still very low there, but now we're just gonna go for a little fly. So now this is the A10. I bought this plane on the day of recording, but my Xbox wasn't really recording great when I took off, but yeah, I'm going to do a review soon on this plane. So yeah, we just need to now see if it does a barrel roll. So now then, attempting to do a barrel roll. Can we get the end part right? No, we're just going to cut off. But right, back to all serious. Now we are in the Airbus A320neo now, and this might be harder because obviously it's a bigger plane, it's an airliner, so we just need to give it all we've got, and we need to take off just in time and try not to stall. But that's exactly what we do. We end up stalling and we just end up crashing into the sea, so this might need a couple of goes. So this is attempt number 2 now. We added, this is with 25% fuel and tailwind, so that is the all the added stuff we did, because it was quite hard without, to be honest. That was my first attempt with the wind, and we did a attempt previously, but I forgot to record, so now we're having a second attempt with these conditions. So now this is the third attempt, the second with conditions, and can we make it here at Saba? It might be tight. We are just pulling up very narrowly, and do we touch it? Like, I mean, the waves don't help, but we kind of go through the waves, and I'm going to count that. So it's a bit jammy, but I'm going to count it, so that's it then. The A320 has taken off from Saba. So now then into the new Airbus A310. We are at 90 knots, so that's quite promising, to be honest. And we're going to pull up. We learnt a new tactic to pull up quite gently, but we just stall, and again we do a bit of a hard landing in the sea, so that's not great. So this was us backtracking using reverse thrust, and we get a bit wobbly when we are stopping and actually going to go full power into the normal thrust. This is our second attempt with 50% fuel still. So yeah, we are just heading down the runway now, and I'm feeling pretty confident because we nearly did it on the first attempt. So now at 100 knots we're going to pull up very gently, and with a bit of a stall, but with a bit of a glide slope as well, we can actually do it, and we've taken off with the Airbus A310 on our second attempt here in Saba, so that's quite a good result. So now into the Airbus A321. The reverse thrust wasn't working actually, so we just had to go from like half the runway, and I don't think this is going to end up very well, or very good, shall I say. So we just need to kind of hope that we end up taking off from here. So it's 50% fuel, and we just go straight down, and that's like a flight in Ohio and a classic Spirit Air landing, but this time into the sea. So this is the second attempt with the Airbus A321, and we're not, yeah, now we are moving. I was about to say we're not moving, but now we are. We're just giving it full power. So yeah, now we're just heading down runway, and I feel like this isn't going to be very successful, and we might have to add some conditions in for the third attempt. But yeah, same again, we just go straight down into the sea. So this is the third attempt with 20% fuel, and again it's just the same. It's as if we haven't changed anything. So this plane is seeming to be really hard to take off here, and I just kept on struggling to get this plane in the air. It just could not seem to happen. So now we just decided to, even if we hit the water, we'd just carry on. So yeah, we just forgot about that because we knew this was going to be our only chance. So yeah, eventually we have made it off of Saba in this plane, and it's taken so long, and I got so frustrated. I just wanted to crash it. So that's exactly what we did as soon as we had success. So yeah, now on to the next plane. So now into the 737 MAX in the classic Ryanair livery. We are at 80 knots, and can we get to 100 while liftoff? No, it's about 95 knots. And we kind of just turn to the left a bit. If you remember at Luke, this plane did that. So yeah, that's quite weird, but we might just have to bear with that and kind of fight against it. So now this is our second attempt of taking off here. I'm feeling quite confident. Again, it's about 95 knots. Again, but that left-hand side thing where we just seem to pull towards there, it's so annoying. I need to kind of like turn right as soon as I've taken off, I think. So attempt number 3 with 25% fuel. This time we are at about 100 knots when we pull up, and it's quite easy, to be honest. We just glide, and then we end up putting the landing gear up. So yeah, we're at our first attempt at 25% fuel. We've taken off here in Saba with the Ryanair and the 737 MAX 8. We are now in the 777 here at Saba, and we are at 90 knots, possibly 100 knots. Yeah, we're at 100 knots, which isn't that bad, but we just end up stalling and slamming straight into the sea. But I'm going to give this another go, normal fuel load, and see how it goes. So now then, we are on our second attempt with 25% fuel this time, and we are at 100 knots. 110 knots when we pull up, and we just need to glide really through the air, and it's going to be really tight, and look how close we are to hitting the water there, but we end up surviving. So yeah, that's quite a good result. Now let's hit me with the 747. Now here it is, the 747 at Saba. How's this going to go? I don't know, but I'm kind of feeling confident about it. So now at the end of the runway, we are reached 100 knots, which is quite good. So now we're going to pull up, but again, we just stall, but we end up hitting 120 knots when we hit the water. So definitely room to improve, and maybe signs of improvement. Now then, we are at 25% fuel in the 747, steaming down the runway, kinda. We're going to look to be at 110 knots when we lift off, and we are yet. And can we keep it in the air? Can we keep it in the air? We're trying to pull up, my joystick's rattling, and yes, we do. We end up keeping it up in the 747. So the 747 has taken off successfully from Saba. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video today. And if you have enjoyed it, feel free to slap a like and subscribe, and see you soon, and have a nice Christmas.